Apeirophobia is a game I hold dearly to my heart. Ever since 2022, this little Roblox horror game has kept me on my little toes. Sadly, this game's quality and future looks quite prim, and dare I say, soulless. But why? How'd we go from having a decent game at best, to having one riddled with microtransactions, bugs that have been in the game for over 2 months that were supposedly looked into, and an underwhelming level overhaul that made the game worse? Now I'd like to start with my first complaint, and that's the UI in the lobby. The UI in this game is so lovely bad now. Like, what happened to the store menu? Not to mention this new currency. Huh, I wonder why they added it. The build quality for the lobby doesn't look exactly the best, so yeah, that's not really a good sign. And either way, we shall begin with the rabbit hole, which is the Now, I won't be talking about level 0 and 1 since those levels haven't changed a tiny bit since the rework, so I'll be going down to level 2. Now, this is one of the least changed in my opinion, yet it still pisses me off. They took what was the 1-minute walking section and changed the window models to look like free models. Yup, ones that look like free models. Like, dude, look at the quality of every level that they revamped, and then go back to this one and tell me they did not only spend 30 seconds making one window and then they repeated it. Either way, I can finally talk about the substantial revamps. Level 3 is completely different, down to the beginning cutscene to how it plays out. Technically, it's almost the same layout, but... and I hate to say it, but I actually like it. Well, Apeirophobia had an open office with like 3 rooms you had to go in to find buttons, but this one is more cleverly thought out of, so that's at least a plus. You might be noticing that I'm skipping these items on the walls, but that's for another part. Overall, this one gets a pass from me, one of the better reworked levels. Level 4 has to be my favorite out of the new ones that have been reworked. Level 4 in old Apeirophobia, while being almost the same this one, didn't give me the pool rooms aesthetic that this one does, but holy what a change. This generally has so much atmosphere oozing out, and it shows that they could cook up something good if given time. Also, why the hell is there a cat? It ruins the immersion that this game brings. Level 5 thankfully follows the path that level 4 left and kind of makes the experience better. It definitely was lesser of a confusing nightmare like old level 5 and less claustrophobic. Also, it's been 4 years! What do you mean the Skinwalker is still the same one from 4 years ago? Couldn't we have changed some enemy models? Either way, the exit is way more clear than having to spend like 30 minutes. Yes, I'm not kidding. I spent 30 minutes on this level. Looking for the exit, basically. It's a 5 out of 10. Level 6 is yes, like the other one with a few more textures and some obstacles in between. Yeah, that's all. I can't really say anything else. This might be the only one they haven't butchered. Level 7 is my least favorite of the old Apeirophobia levels, so how well is it now? Yeah, I still kinda hate it. Overall, I'm happy they at least added some lore applications in this one with the no clipping, which is basically like the bottom line of a lore game. Now, overall, it's a 4 out of 10. It's not because of the puzzles, even though the puzzle is boring. It's just that it's boring as hell completely. Level 8 is a new type of level, and dare I say I actually like this one more than the original. I do not remember anything from the old level in Apeirophobia, as I quite literally played it once, and I haven't played it since. I didn't even know they remodeled the entity in this one when they did the entity updates in update 3.5. Overall, I quite like this one. Something to note though, it seems like the entity that roamed the hallways in the original level 8 has gone its AI gutted, as I was playing it beforehand, and dude, I have never seen this enemy. Also, the level is kind of very big, so it ends up being a repetitive maze like any other level that we have played so far. It just makes it into a slog. And the entity that's in the vents is literally the one from level 14. How lazy have we gotten? At least make some actual entities. Level 9 is just level 4 from the pre-alpha of Apeirophobia, back when it was under Monochrome Studios and the game only had 5 levels. If you know, you know. I wonder why they didn't bring that one back. Either way, this one consists of a boiler room. This is an escape level type sequence, where you have 3 minutes to get out, and if you don't, you suffocate. I'd be fine with this if this was the old boiler rooms version of level 9, but alas, it isn't. Meaning that the map is way more confusing to play with, leading you to dying a lot of times in this area, which in turn is bad game design, as the game is supposed to make you rage because you couldn't find the last bulb to turn on since everything's half impossible to remember where you've gone. I don't know, maybe that's a skill issue from my part. Level 10 is okay, I don't hate it, but I hate how 4 years on and we still have the Titan Smiler camping lockers. Dude. Hey, so while I was recording footage to edit, because yes, I'm recording all of these levels one by one, I spent 24 minutes. 90% of it was me sitting my Roblox character in a container while the Titan Smiler kept just hogging the space and not letting me go. This is not good game design. Fix your AI. If you're gonna put something that says, "Oh, we fix AI," then actually fix it and then put it on the update logs. This is misinformation. Now, the objective in this one is grab 2 coins and then go to the last floor where you have to make the Titan Smiler kill itself and open the way to the next level. Yep. I'm not sure how this is stellar game design. I think I like the old one better. Level 11 is a level I wish I could love, but through other reasons, mainly at the start, it falls flat on its face. While the log relevance in this one is way cooler, it sacrifices its game design for lore. I hate how it's just a walking simulator and then 10% of the level, you have one parkour section, and that's it. There's your rework. In the original version, almost the entire level was made or composed of parkour sections, which made it actually a challenging level and one of my favorite levels in the entire game. It's a level that could have done so much more if you had just more parkour sections like the original one, but no, it's just press 4 buttons and boom, there's the level. Congratulations for doing the bare minimum. And yeah, by buttons I mean the levers. And that's the overhaul. I want to read something. Some levels are the same as before, as is level 12, 13, 14, and 15. At least once I actually check level 16. What did they do to you? Oh god! I never liked this level in the OG version, but holy, what happened? First off, what happened to the ending cutscene? For rework update, I don't think removing the entire level in the cutscene and throwing a match into the hall or what T-post is, and it just cutting off so you cannot even see the watcher, which actually you can if you just kill yourself in the cutscene and then just continue the game. Also, cutscenes so far have either been a hit or a miss. I like the intro cutscene for level 8, but I don't like the intro for level 0. I hate the level 16 cutscene, primarily because it's broken. Tension aside, it's the same old, same new level. 3 out of 10. Overall, this rework has been mediocre, but thankfully there aren't gonna be any Are you kidding? Are you actually serious? This completely ruins the game. I'm being so for real. I have never wanted to destroy something so badly. From what I heard, most of these give you speed boosts. I don't know what the medkit does, and I'm not spending money for it. And they had to add a purchasable item that gives you the solution to a puzzle. What happened? I want to keep dramas aside because that isn't my part of the thing, but this is the new dev team that replaced the old one? Really? As you could have seen, I've been fair to the game and I've given it its own benefits where it actually does things right, but this isn't it. This ruins immersion, and if you wanted speed boost or more speed capacity, you could have bought the 2 game passes that give you said thing. There is a channel in the Discord server of Polar Studios where you could see what bugs were documented. One of these bugs is that the cutscene for level 16 was broken. Now, this is a big problem because it means that the portion of the game where you meant to get a sneak peek of chapter 2 was broken. Now, this was documented back in February 14th, and fast forward to May 24th, as I'm finishing this script, this is still broken. This is just laziness to the extreme. I get trying to make bigger and better updates, but the last update was a month ago. And the last update wasn't even a big one, it was just patches. Why can't we just have this weekly? This could have been addressed when the last update released, but no. And now it can't. And I'm also guessing that most of the other bugs, like level 13 bug, that prevents you from beating the level. Now, this hasn't happened to me yet. I was actually able to beat level 13. It was easy. Has yet to be fixed. What the hell? And then, instead of fixing bugs, you changed the game pass for the advanced flashlight, which I bought to get the generous achievement a few years ago, and made it so you could change the colors on your flashlight. This isn't what Apeirophobia is. Apeirophobia is supposed to be a horror game. Sure, it might have been a little bit goofy on some parts, but it has always kept its tone as a serious Backrooms experience. This just shows more and more that the devs only care about money. This one small change does not warrant a price increase of 50 Robux, putting it at 150. Also, it does not excuse to name it buffed advanced flashlight, and all you do is just a customization that nobody wanted. I want to keep loving Apeirophobia, I really do. I've been through the worst in this community. I've seen every single drama that this game has had. I've seen monochrome, I've seen Polaroid, I've seen everything. But dare I say, this might be the worst state the game is in. Please, for the love of God, because chapter 2 is still happening in this game, please take your time and make the levels actually interesting to play and also unique. So far, the main game is just a slop, where the old one used to have its strength, the new one just picks up and trips and breaks it. I would love to keep playing this game, but how the game's doing right now? Yeah, I ain't recommending it to anybody. And it's really sad, because I want this game to succeed again. I want to at least excuse the drama that happened with an actually decent product, but this ain't the way to go, Chief. Not at all. We don't have any replayability left, and before you say, oh, but not Damer, that only keeps you entertained for so long. I'll say it again, this game needs more replayability, more levels, and more bug fixes. But if all that the game's gonna be is just microtransaction swap, I don't think this game will survive longer on Roblox's algorithm, and that's a shame. Because right now the game's doing fine, but what about 3 months in? What about 4 months in? And that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this style of video, as it's my 3rd time experimenting with another different style. Let me know if you liked it. Please either like or subscribe, or do both, either works. Now, you might have seen that I haven't talked about Elsewhere or Black Corridor as a whole. I'd rather wait for the game to come out and then make my opinion into the game. But thank you all for watching.